Bet you didn't expect a video like this from me. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, then welcome. So I'm going to start off by saying do not be alarmed by the title. My purpose here in this video is just to talk with you guys, just to vent, because it's just, you know, one of those things that's kind of like still taboo in the natural hair world, talking about going back to relaxers. And I have noticed a bit of a shift in the past few years. If you made a video like this here on YouTube about 7 years ago, even talking about relaxing your hair, or heaven forbid, doing it on camera, the comment section would be insane. People would go anywhere from being shocked and dismayed to basically condemning you for destroying your hair in the comment section. So that was at the height of like judgmental.com when it came to talking about relaxing your hair, using any sort of texturizer, which is more so what I'm going to be talking about in this video. But I've noticed that the attitude has been a little bit more, it's your hair, be happy sis, do what you want. Case in point, Jayla Majette, I'm sure a lot of you have subscribed to her as well. She recently not only went super short, but she relaxed her hair. And I noticed in the comments there were some people who were, you know, of course not happy about it, but there were a lot of other people in the comments who loved her new look, and even a few who said they had been thinking about doing the same thing after being natural for a few years. So even though I absolutely love my hair, I'm not gonna lie, there are those fleeting moments, and sometimes not so fleeting. This has actually been the longest time that I've been natural in my entire life. Even being a kid, I got my first relaxer in 2nd grade, and it was not because I was ever told anything negative about my hair or had any negative feelings towards it, but my poor mom, you guys, I was and still am very, very tender-headed, like on a whole nother level. When I always talk to you guys about detangling, I'm not exaggerating. Detangling for me is a nightmare. My scalp just was not born with that fortification to help with that whole thing. So my mom finally, after years and years of me crying and tears, we both collectively decided, even in 2nd grade, I was part of the conversation, which y'all already know how I feel about my mom, but that's reason number 5 billion why she's like awesome. We decided that I would get a relaxer. So as I moved into high school, I got more and more curious about what my natural hair texture was like. I did a big chop about a week after graduation. I was natural for I think 5 years, and after detangling sessions from the pits of hell, I finally decided to get a texturizer. When I got my texturizer the first time, I only wore my hair straight 3 times in the 15 or so months that I had the texturizer. The other times, my routine was actually nearly identical to what it is now. I used the same products. I wore my hair curly, put it in braid outs, and like scrunched up the curl as much as I could. It was nowhere near my glorious natural curl. I'm sure many of you know, but if you are new to the term texturizer, it is basically very similar to a relaxer, except that the chemicals used to alter the texture of your hair are supposed to be a lot more gentle, aren't supposed to be as strong as those in a full-fledged relaxer. It's also not supposed to stay in your hair for a long time so that you can maintain texture. And you guys, when I got that texturizer, I went to my cousin, she's a stylist. I told her I wanted the gentlest relaxer they had, so she used the one for fine hair on me. It was Mazzani, I think, and I coated my hair in Vaseline. I used like a whole big old jar of Vaseline and coconut oil to stop the processing as much as I could, because I wanted to maintain as much of my curl pattern as I possibly could during that process, but just get a little bit more manageability going in my everyday life. And my hair, for some reason, just took to that relaxer like a fish to water. My hair was more wavy, kind of like a uneven 2A, 2B type of curl. Kind of like this is the vibe when I would try to like scrunch up my hair into a semi wash and go, but most of the time I wore my hair in braid outs, and this is how my texture looked the majority of the time when it was texturized. And this was actually when I was transitioning, so I would say like maybe 6 inches or so is my natural roots, and then the rest of it is the texturizer. But it blended all right, like I could still tell like the difference. I hear the few times that I did wear it straight when I had a texturizer was very, very healthy. My hair was a lot fuller than when I had like a full-on relaxer. So all that to say, I wanted to share with you that if for some reason in the future I do decide to get a texturizer, these would be the 5 reasons why. The first reason is that although I absolutely love my curls, I sometimes am bored. I am the president of my local chapter of bored when it comes to my hair sometimes. I am not great at a bunch of different styles. My hair doesn't take to a bunch of different styles. My hair is very coarse and spongy and thick, and it likes to spring forward into its own natural curl. It doesn't like to be molded. I've tried so many rod sets, flexi rod sets, curl formers, stretching my hair, banding my hair. You name it, I've tried it. So I have tried so many different things, and my hair is just very resistant. Even to get it straight just with a blow dryer and flat iron is never, y'all see how my hair is. It is not bone straight, and it's always on the precipice of reverting back to curly. Without the aid of chemicals, that's just how my hair is. And I love that, but sometimes, a lot of the time actually lately, because I've been natural now for 11 years, you get bored. A lot of people have versatility with their hair, and there have been so many days where I've tried something new and only for it to turn out completely trash, basically. So I've pretty much used all this time doing my hair, prepping it, and then the style turns out like butt. It's horrible. So I've tried it. My hair just doesn't like it. Even a simple bun is not that easy for my hair. That's just the way it is. A lot of you also know that I can't do permanent color. I love color. It just doesn't love me back. My hair is very high maintenance. Is why we run into a lot of the things that we kind of get to that point of thinking about relaxers and texturizers. It's very singular. A lot of things that work for, I would say, 90% of people out there just don't work for me. I did ask you guys recently on one of my last community posts before this video about tips, because I'm thinking about trying henna for color. Maybe that will satisfy my little I'm bored craving. You know, I love Gemini Naturals, a temporary hair color. They're so fun. They're so easy to use, but they don't hit that persistent itch of boredom that I get with my hair. I got to a point a couple of weeks ago where I'm like, if I do another set of twists, I'm gonna go insane. So now the second reason, which is also huge, is time. Going back to the whole high maintenance thing with my hair, I am not someone who can get their routine done completely in 2 hours. We're more so a 6-hour type of thing over here. And being that I've been natural for so long, I've tried so many things. I've tried doing my hair more frequently during the week to help the tangles not accumulate. It doesn't matter. It maybe shaves off 15 minutes if that. My hair just loves to tangle. I actually went to one of the biggest stylists on Instagram. You guys may have seen some of her work on Instagram as well. She's always on the explore page, the hair magician. Usually living where I live, if I see really good work done by a stylist or really good food, it's nowhere near me, but she shockingly was near my area. So I actually went to her for a consultation, and she, you know, was fiddling around with my hair. She said that some people just have naturally more tangle prone hair than others. She said she had quite a few clients that had curl patterns that were much tighter than mine, and that had much more manageable hair to work with, and that didn't tangle nearly as easily as mine did. That's just the curse I have to bear. So curl pattern does not dictate how tangled your hair can get. I see people all the time on Instagram and YouTube who I absolutely love their hair, but I don't get texture envy. I get detangling envy. If I see someone who can detangle their hair with ease, I'm so jealous, y'all. So jealous. I cannot use any type of hair tool. You name it, I've tried it. That's how I know this is just what we're working with here. I've tried the Tangle Teaser, Denman Brush, Modified Denman Brush, K-Cutter Comb, WeDad Double Detangler. I'm sure the Wet Brush. That thing that jacked up my hair last year, the Tangle Buster or whatever. My hair just doesn't like to give me the easy road. And there have been so many days I have just, the complete day, gone to doing my hair. My hair is wet right now, drying in a wash and go, but my hair does not like to be in a wash and go. This is like a treat hairstyle for me. My hair, because it is so dry, so naturally tangled to the point of being matted, it cannot be in a wash and go all the time. It loves twists. It thrives in twists. Twists are boring me. So yeah, it is just something else. So doing my hair is such a time suck. As I mentioned, when I had a texturizer, my routine was nearly the same. I pre-pooed, detangled, shampooed, all that jazz, except it took so much less time because my hair, as thick as it is, was cut in density by a lot with the texturizer. So my hair dried quicker, it was so much easier to detangle, and it just wasn't so much of a endeavor to get things going. The third reason is exercise. I go on these moments in my life where I get really into exercise. I made a video a few years ago about my tips for working out with natural hair, but I think I'm in one of those like your hair changes every 7 years type of phases in my life where even those don't work for me personally anymore. I think there's still great tips. My hair is always throwing me for a loop, so my hair gets very frizzy, I sweat out my style, and it's really no saving it unless I wash it again. And then we go back. It's just a cycle, y'all. My hair doesn't respond well to co-washing, so I'm just left looking jacked up until I can just do wash day all over again. I fall into the pattern of not working out as much because I don't want to mess up my hair. That is not good, and I always say never to do that, but I'm a very I don't follow my own advice type of person sometimes. In fact, my best friend and I are supposed to work out tonight, and I really don't want to because I really love the way my hair is drying, and I think this wash and go is going to be gorgeous. But the moment I work out, all this hard work and time that I put into styling my hair is gonna be a moot point probably. My fourth reason is that I would not need to get any new products. I actually use the same exact products I used on my natural hair when it was texturized. That's one of the benefits of being a product junkie. When I was natural the first time, I was deep into this product junkie thing. I used my same curly products that I would use when it was fully natural, and I think that was one of the reasons that although my hair was chemically treated, it was worlds healthier than it was when I was fully relaxed. I think the products really helped to maintain the integrity of my hair. And my fifth reason for why I might take the plunge one day and texturize my hair is assurance. And that is the assurance that I can always grow it back out. I attach a lot of meaning to my hair. I'm not one of those people that can say it's just hair, and I envy the people who can do that, who can just cut off their hair. And that's another thing. I want to change, but I do not want to cut off my hair in any way, shape, or form. I am not a short hair person. I had short hair before. I look Aladdin. It has scarred me for life. And having a new shape might be a temporary like boost for the boredom thing, but that's not going to change the whole detangling and just natural properties of my hair. So I had a very chill transition. That's actually when you guys who have been with me for a long time first met me here on YouTube, was when I was like full into my transition. As I mentioned, this is my 10th year here on YouTube, and that's when I decided to start making videos to document my journey of transitioning. So if you go back to my early videos with that little raggedy webcam and my little raggedy boyfriend, you guys can see like what my hair looked like back then. And it was really no pressure because I already knew what to do from being natural the first time. Because when I first texturized my hair, I did about 2 years of intensive research going back and forth because it was such a monumental decision to me, because my naturally curly hair meant so much to me, but it was not making me happy. And I know, being my indecisive self with big decisions, I would totally be that way again. It would take me years to get to the point where I would actually do it. I'm nowhere near there now. This feeling usually passes, especially on a day like today when I have a very good hair day. That definitely helps. It's just one of those things that when you're just at that point and it's just something you keep thinking about, you're gonna do it. So that's kind of how I got with the whole texturizer thing, because as you guys know, I like to document the whole journey in its totality. Good hair days, horrible hair days, times when my hair is just pissing me off and frustrating me. You guys know I have those periods so frequently my hair just doesn't want to act right. And this is part of the journey, kind of like thinking, is it time for, you know, us to go in another direction for a while? One thing I know 100% is that if I ever do texturize my hair, I am guaranteed to go back to my natural curls. I prefer them, I love them, but just sometimes you have an itch you want to scratch. You just want to change it up, change up your look, change up your routine. I would miss my curls, all the pain in the assery that they give me, and eventually grow it out. So that assurance, knowing that I can always grow it back out, does give me comfort in the decision if I ever do. So I hope this video hasn't shocked you guys too much. As I mentioned throughout this video, we're just talking. I'm not there. And as much as I love my best friend, him and his type 1A bone straight shampoo every single day of his life, then it makes me just cringe inside. He listens to my hair woes and he gets it, and he always encourages me not to do anything to my hair. He loves my curls, but he doesn't understand. So I wanted to talk with you guys, because if anyone will understand where I'm coming with these thoughts, it would be you. I know that in the natural hair community, talking about possibly getting a texturizer, relaxer is like the Voldemort of the whole like community. It's like, he who must not be named, don't you even say it, don't you even think it. And above all else, you have to be happy. At the end of the day, no one's gonna come over and help you do your hair. You have to be happy with it. You're the one dealing with it on a frequent basis. So I like seeing the shift of people not being so like hardcore and judgmental and just extra about other people's hair. So I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of like chatty girl talk, venting type of video about hair. I'm sure that many of us have felt this way, and there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. Whatever you want to do with your hair, do it. If I ever do get to that point, I will definitely let you guys know, document it, all that stuff, and I hope you guys stick around with me if that time ever comes. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do so as well. That would be awesome. I just filmed another video today with the deep conditioner that I used, but I mentioned in that video that I am finally starting to do my full stash video, and I am not exaggerating when I tell you guys that thing's probably gonna be like 5 hours. That's gonna be like the Avengers, Endgame, and Infinity War of my channel put together. It's gonna be intense. I don't know exactly when that video is going up, but my goal is to have it up this year, maybe even this summer. I'm really liking how it's turning out so far, even though the editing is killing me softly, but I'll be so proud when I do that video because it is by far my most requested video ever. But thank you guys so much for watching, and remember that I upload every Friday, so I will see you then. Take care, everyone. Bye.